Welcome to my channel once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, or Australia, I thank you very much for your contribution. I see your contributions at all time at the comment section, and I'll try as much as possible to respond to your contribution you have to make at the comment section. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remember this. Today, we are still diving into the issues of Nigeria. Things that are happening in Nigeria. A lot is happening. Believe you me, a lot is happening. And it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. Some people are pretending that it's going to be better tomorrow or next tomorrow. But there is no sign. There is no sign pointing at getting better tomorrow. Everything is pointing at the end of Nigeria, the disintegration and the breakup of Nigeria. Everything we are seeing is pointing at the breakup. That is what it's pointing at. Recently, we woke up and saw a news about what is going on in Nigeria. We saw one of our ODUDUA brother, Omoyole Sowore, saw that Sowore was attacked. Sowore was attacked by the police. They shot him with a tear gas directly in his body. He was injured. And thank God he was rushed to the hospital and he's receiving treatment and responding accurately. We thank God for his life. They want to take away the life of Sowore. What wrong has he done? Because Sowore is asking for good governance in his own way. Nigeria doesn't understand any language that people speak, language of peace. They don't understand the language. All they want is violence. They respect bandits, they respect Boko Haram, and they respect the ISWAP. All the terrorist groups in Nigeria have been respected by the Nigerian government. But they never respect those who are fighting peacefully for what they believe. They don't respect them. Look at what they are doing to Sowore, who is asking for good governance in Nigeria. Time without number, they have arrested him and locked him up many times, released him, locked him up many times. Finally, they kept him in Abuja, not to move out of Abuja. He's still protesting and saying what he's saying. Now they shot him with their tear gas directly. One day you will hear that he's been shot with a gun. This is the kind of Nigeria that we are seeing. This is the kind of Nigeria we are seeing. How long shall we continue in this way? How long shall we continue in this manner? How long? A country that cannot listen to his people. And you see some people open their mouth and begin to blame MAZI, and they cannot blame Igboho for what they are doing. People who are doing something tangible that we can see. Every other person out there is just talking. They are just talking without any action. The only people who we see doing something on the ground is either Sowore, MAZI, KANU, Sowore, Igboho. These are the sections that are doing what we can see on the ground. Every other group are just talking. The government cannot listen to legitimate requests. This was the same thing they do during the NSAS. NSAS people were protesting, holding up the flag of Nigeria, and they were all shot. They were shot. So many of them lost their life. Shamefully, Nigeria denied them. Never agreed, accepted that they took away life of people. Even though when we saw the live video, somebody who was streaming it live when it was happening, the shooting and all whatnot, they came out and began to deny it. Till date, nothing was done. Nobody's held accountable. No, they denied all the people that were injured and killed, and there was nothing done about it. And you say people will fold their hand and continue to look. God bless MAZI for the step he's taking. He's the only man that I know that is doing something that we can see for now. God bless Igboho for the stake he's about to take. He has taken the right direction, following suit like MAZI. And I believe that these two, if they continue in that manner, things are going to turn around, and we will have our various nations. The ODUDUA nation will spring up, and Biafra nation will spring up. Then these two nations can grow on their own speed and have a country where people can be patriotic to and hit their chest and say, yes, this is my country. That is what we're asking for. That is what we're asking for. The North should begin to ask also for their Arewa. I saw some of their videos where they are saying of separation that they are ready for it. But it's just a bare saying, if you're ready for it, act towards it and let us go our separate ways. When we're out of asking about breakup, peaceful breakup, nobody's asking for war. MAZI, the kind of time without number have been asking for referendum. Referendum is the ability for the people to make their choice on what they want. It's just like the vote people are voting. It doesn't require any shooting. It doesn't require any gun. It doesn't require any attack. Just bring the ballot. People will vote what they want. If they want one Nigeria, they vote for one Nigeria. If they want your restructuring, they vote for restructuring. If they want the constitutional amendment, if they want breakup, they vote for breakup. That is what MAZI NNAMDI KANU has been asking for. And everybody labeled him somebody who is calling for war. Labeled him a terrorist. Simply asking for referendum. The North should wake up. It's high time they look inward and begin to deal with the demon in their home. Already, the whole of the North is being occupied by terrorists. And the funny thing is that the government is doing nothing about that. Instead, they are focusing on the innocent citizens in the South. Innocent citizens in the South who are killing no one, taking no life, only asking for referendum. But those in the North, where you see bandits, you see all manner of terrorists kidnapping people and killing people on daily basis, in their numbers, on daily basis. Look at Benue State. Benue State have completely become a burial ground. Federal government is not paying attention. They're not giving them any help. Also, the governor have cried and cried and cried up to the extent that he began to tell the citizens to pick up arms and defend themselves. They do nothing about that. They don't care about it. Where they focused on Biafra land, where people are asking for self-determination peacefully.
Now, every morning you wake up, they keep 10 in Daudu, 50 in Igboho West, 10 in Guma, 2 here, 1 in Agasha, 2 on the road, 3 here, 3 in a vehicle. It is a daily occurrence now, daily. And what they are doing commonly now is that they are not even shooting, they are slaughtering like rams. That is what is happening now. 3 days back, they went to bury a young man that they slaughtered. Broad daylight, they came shooting to stop them from burying that young man. I want to say that this should be the concern of every one of us. It is not a religious issue. Some of them are hiding under religion. It is not a religious issue. I know, because I have related to Muslims for a long time. No Muslim fights or kills during Ramadan. The killing even took place more at that time than now. So they should not tell us it's Muslim. It is a hidden agenda. And this hidden agenda is being sponsored from the presidency. It is coming from the presidency. If all Nigerians are saying ranching and presidency continues to say grazing reserve, then presidency has a hidden agenda. We want to hear our president's voice. Our president should talk to us. We did not vote for Garba Shehu. We did not vote for Shegun Adesina. We want to hear our president speak to us. Presidency promised some amount of money to resettle our IDPs. It's how many years today? No kobo has been sent down here. But a lot has been sent elsewhere where they have IDPs. We also want to urge our sons and daughters who are still sitting on the fence to wake up and speak against the evil being perpetrated in our land. This matter is not only about Governor Samuel Otom. Benue sons, home and abroad, who think that they are not affected by the crisis, must know that we are all casualties, whether we are at home or not. They should raise their voices to condemn the injustice being visited on us. This is no time for politicking. What is happening here now is beyond politics.
When these governments came on board, they told us that we're going to fight terrorism, they are going to fight insecurity, they are going to solve the problem of the economy. But today, that they are going to fight against corruption. But today, the country is more insecure than ever. The corruption we are talking about, don't even mention corruption. Mohammadu Buhari government has become the most corrupt government in the world, so ever. Mohammadu Buhari APC government have become the most corrupt government in Nigeria from onset, even in the world as a whole. They sponsor terrorism, they sponsor all manner of evil. I want you to hear from a governor, the revelation a governor made about this very government.
The surveillance contractors, so-called, that they are employing, who are the APC operatives, are carrying out terrorist activities I have loads and loads of photographs, of films, recordings, where innocent locals have been brutally murdered, some dismembered, communities overtaken, overrun by these terrorists. And you know what, Osasu? These guys are paid, these contractors are paid the equivalent of what some states get as monthly allocation. Yes. They earn as much as 2-point-something billion a month, 3-point-something billion naira a month. They pay a terrorist 20 million a month.
After listening to this governor, you still believe on one Nigeria and you still believe on this government that they're going to solve any problem? Something must be wrong with you. It's either you are pretending, you are pursuing something, or someone is pursuing you. That your selfish interest will definitely consume you if you don't begin to ask for the real question and seek for the real thing. Break up so that people can be able to have life. If you want to save life in that contraption called Nigeria, the only solution is to break it up. A lot of things are not right. Corruption has gone to the highest. Corruption has gone to the highest. There's nothing to write home about it. There are several videos out there to prove this. Several videos to expose what is happening in this very government of Mohammadu Buhari. There is nothing to write home about it. And the contraption have expired. That is the funniest thing. This amalgamation, when it was done, it was said that after 100 years, they can part ways. People can renegotiate what they want and where they will be. And these 100 years have long expired. Nigeria has long expired. Why are they not trying to reach into a new agreement? Why are they still holding on this very contraption called Nigeria? What are they pursuing? What is the interest? That is the question you need to ask yourself. I want you to watch this video. After watching, then maybe you will have a rethink on what you're thinking about this very contraption called Nigeria.
Whether you are saying that we need a brand new constitution, or you are saying that we need to rework our constitution, what you are simply saying expressly in a sweeping manner is that the entity called Nigeria has expired. The citizens make the state. But once you go to the street of Nigeria and you accost an average citizen of Nigeria, is bittered, is acrimonious, is annoyed, passionately disenchanted with the concept of the Nigerian state. Does that not imply that this thing has expired? And then you go politically. The federation has skewed and slided so much that you don't even know whether it is a federation anymore or a unitary system. Has it not expired? What about the political party system that we're operating? I mean, we're talking about multi-party system that is only living on that name by nomenclature. In reality, it's a one-party system. Because once you get to the political party, and your political party is able to capture political power in Nigeria, you become the Leviathan, not only of Nigeria, of West Africa, and probably in attitude towards the whole world. There is no alternative view. There is no check and balance. There is no oppositional criticism. There is no appraiser, interrogation, and re-interrogation of ideas, policies, and practices. Once you are in power, you are God Almighty. Does not speak to it politically. The entity called Nigeria has expired. You can go on and on and on. Put it together, the only answer you get is that what we call Nigeria has absolutely, again I emphasize, expired. And so you see the ways that come to, that have come to, practice democracy after being developed. And you see Africa that has not developed and is practicing democracy. Now, when you practice a democracy in which everybody has the right to vote on the basis of equality, but the person who has the right to vote on the basis of equality is so economically disempowered that he cannot afford 2 meals a day. And then you are talking about taking rational, informed decision to clearly analyze political situation and make choice that this is the man that will represent me. The answer is no. That man will sell his vote for 1,000 naira. doesn't work that way. You build the state before you adopt democracy. That is the example that Europe has given to the whole world. We are doing our own camera obscura, and it does not work. Again, does that not point to the fact that the entity called Nigeria has expired? My view is that we must all realize, unfortunately so, painfully so, because we have invested in Nigeria. I have invested in Nigeria. I mean, around 50, you should know that I'm counting down. And so I'm full of regret, with tears almost flowing out of my face. That is this the nation I dreamt about? But better late than never. If we go on with the popular sentiment of let us pray, let us be hopeful, don't let us be prophet of doom, we will never solve the problem. Painful as it is, as it is, we must know that Nigeria has expired, and we must, as a matter of urgency, decide to break it down and reconstruct it. How it will be reconstructed will not be what Kayode Jola will say. That's African wisdom. We'll sit down and decide. But there's no doubt that the entity called Nigeria is finished. Nigeria is one of the countries in the world that invests so much in the academia, in the intellectual community, and uses whatever products they have of their research almost for nothing. I tell you, we have the best brains in politics, in political science, in political economy, in law, in constitution. They have conducted millions of research items with way forward, conclusions, pointers, roadmaps on how to solve this kind of problem in an empirical manner. How much is the Nigerian state tapping into this? It is not what an individual will say. Because, as I said, each of these proposals to break, I won't use the word break, to rebuild, or tackle the expired state, which is Nigeria, each of them is valid in its own way. So when you say, ODUDUA Republic must move away, it's a proposal. It is absolutely correct. But is it workable under this situation? That's what research will do. We need to invest more in research. If we say it is Biafra that we go, they say we should go into referendum. All these things are done everywhere in the world. But it will not be chosen based on the color of the word or the spelling of the lexical item. They will be chosen after intellectually interrogating the socio-political, very complex one, peculiarities. And that can only be done by the intellectual community. How much is the Nigerian state referring to the research works of the intellectual community to be able to solve Nigerian problem? I belong to the Institute of African and Diaspora Studies, the University of Lagos. The research we conduct here is all about building the nation, building the state, within the peculiarities of Africa. How much is the government tapping into this to be able to get how to solve the problem within the twinkle of an eye? It's not one person's proposal. Otherwise, we leave it to one person, each will be talking from his own personal point of view, from his own ethnic point of view, religious point of view, political orientation point of view. You don't solve national problems that way. You must be holistic. I therefore may suggest to the Nigerian government to look inward into the intellectual circle. The researches are there, the brains are there, the references are there, the materials are there. Tap into them, and then you know how to solve Nigerian problem. If I'm called today, I tell you, I'll volunteer. If you go into history, there are many countries that have solved their national problems through secession. That's a way, but it doesn't make it more correct than another option, say referendum. If you go into history, there are many countries that have solved their national problems through referendum. To other countries, it takes civil war. To other countries, it takes, many other forms. So I'm saying that in as much as I will not be comfortable as calling for secession of Nigeria, I'm saying that secession is an option, referendum is an option, but the decision is not made by one person. And that's why I'm referring to using the national resources at the intellectual level. we must come back to look at many options that are open to us as a nation, including secession, including referendum, including war, whatever you want to call it, so that we can know those ones that will benefit our system with the peculiarities in terms of social, political, religious, ethnic configuration, without too much casualty. Because when you want to break a nation, you must have casualty. But which approach do we follow without having too much of casualty? That is why we need to go into the research that I was talking about. And the earlier the Nigerian government started to do that, the better for her.
Well, I have nothing more to say. After watching this video, you'll be convinced that the center cannot hold anymore. That the only solution for now is what? People to go their separate ways. Break it up to save life. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any contribution to make, go to the comment section and make your contribution. If you agree with me, thank you. Give your contribution. If you don't agree, you have a contrary opinion, put it down there. It's so welcome. All we are asking is a peaceful disintegration of that very contraption so that people will have peace. We are asking for peace, peace, a lasting peace. Not a pretending peace. Don't begin to pretend and ask me peace, peace. I should keep quiet. And when I keep quiet and evil should prosper and that becomes peace, that is not peace. Peace doesn't mean you should keep silent when you see evil happening. The peace we want is a everlasting peace that will make everybody have a safe haven in their various regions. Thank you so much and remember blessed. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.